What can you tell us about your Bronco?
Well, this is a 1972 Ford first generation Bronco. It was manufactured in 1971, special order. It was purchased in Canyon, Texas from a dealer. How it got to Arizona, I do not know. I am the third owner. I bought it in 1989 and it needed work. The floor pans were rusted out, the paint needed help, and the engine needed work. 3 of my friends and I did most of the work. We had a professional paint job. I've done the interior to match what was original. The paint is color code correct. It is Swiss aqua on white. So this was what you would have seen in 1972. I put the hood locks on it. 302 V8, originally a 2-barrel. I added the 4-barrel and the Edelbrock high-rise manifold because I towed a trailer with it. Gave me a little more juice. It has an oversized radiator, that was special order. The fender wells have been cut. That's pretty common for these.
That's why we have these white flares on it?
Yes, it was to accommodate larger, wider tires. The throttle is here, similar to a choke cable. You depress the accelerator, pull this out, and you set the RPMs, and you can idle without your foot on the accelerator. It gives you an even speed and RPM.
The original cruise control.
The original cruise control.
And I see this has air. Is this factory air?
No, this is a vintage air. Being in Arizona, I had this installed. It's standard steering, not power. It has front and rear drum brakes. This was all original. It has an AM radio, came stock.
This is nice.
I did the interior upholstery myself. This is parchment white. That is original for what the Bronco should be. The door panels were replaced. The armrests were replaced. But it's all color correct. It came with the rear seat, and it's considered a station wagon.
Because of the rear seat?
Because of the rear seat and the lift gate. They didn't have a category for this at the time. They didn't create SUV until it was the 90s, I believe. It has a 23-gallon gas tank that I added. The original was 12 gallons.
Okay.
It gets about 10 miles to the gallon in town. It'll get about 15 on the highway at 55 miles an hour. The swing away spare tire was a add-on. 21,115 of them were made for the 1972 model. This trim package and paint code, there are only 548 of them made. It has 185,000 original miles.
Wow.
Manual front locking hubs. It has a T-handle shifter on the floor that is for the 4-wheel drive selection. I do have to give a shout out to the friends that helped me restore this. 2 of my buddies, myself, a 3-day weekend, a case of beer, and all of the adult insults you could manage. And they helped me take out the old engine and put in this remanufactured 302.
But it was a 302 originally?
Yes, they had, when I bought it, it had a 289 block with 351 Windsor heads on it. And that was something to be done at that time to open up the valves. You have a larger valve chambers and let this thing breathe. They put an RV cam in it, a little higher lift, a little more duration, and you got a little more power out of it. You got a little better gas mileage. But after I purchased it, it had a burnt valve. And trying to get gaskets and seals and everything when you went to a parts store, they wanted to give me the parts for the 302, and I needed a 289 and 351 Windsor parts. So I decided to go ahead and pull the old engine out and put this engine in.
That makes sense. Parts are a lot easier to come by that way.
Yes.
Yes, makes total sense.
I have 2 sons, and they argue all the time who's going to get it when I'm gone. And I told them they need to dig a big hole because I want to be buried in it.